Okay, believe it or not, but these hips right here, they twist, they shake, they thrust. Brace yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. We're headed deep underground to a place where sunlight is replaced by sambuca and the morals are as sticky as the dance floor. Okay, so you're probably thinking, who's this guy? Some Asian, whack hair, what a spook. And I tend to agree, but this is just one side of me. I often lie in bed at night and picture myself as an accordion, creepy fingers on both ends, pulling out the many folds that make me. Here I stand before you, but this is just one side of me. I'm also a tweeter, brother, employee, lover. Wow, So pull out those accordion folds and you'll discover that these hips that sit upright and proper at work turn into a gyrating mess on the dance floor. These hips that sit bored and exhausted at a family dinner will thrust uncontrollably to the sound of Katy Perry's fireworks. So what's my point here? I've got awesome hips, yeah, but also that me and maybe you too have multiple sides to your hips that, for whatever fucked up childhood reasons, have stayed hidden away, ashamed, embarrassed, forgotten. But don't get me wrong, I'm not into red or brown or any of that kind of shit. I'm talking about fun, legal activities, hygienic personality traits that, for whatever reason, we've stuffed under the bed. And I have plenty of these. For a long time, I was hung up on the fact that I'm a small, skinny Asian. And when compared to these muscular Aussie beefcakes, I'd never have a chance with the hotties. But then I remembered I have a brain. And... and this is where Palms comes in. Palms, deep underground, Palms, where I let go of my inhibitions, where I found, gave life to, and embraced the many folds of who I am. Palms is a nightclub just up the road. Blink and you'll miss it. It's next to an adult supermarket. And there's a dark staircase going down to the club. There's a feature wall in Palms. It depicts a tropical scene, beach, sun, palms. I like to call it the dirty wall, not only because you'll often find yourself grinding up and down against it, but it also bears witness to the dirtiest of dance floor moves this side of Darlow. Because you know what, that's how we roll in Palms. But in its filth, we manage to find meaning, beauty, the flaying arms, the gyrating groins, the sweat, all wonderful displays of the human condition. For I believe, as humans stuck in our existential pain of life and death, of this endless search for happiness, wealth, success, love, we all, at the end of the day, just want to dance. We want to shake our bodies like wild beasts, not care, be free. For it is in this beautiful experience that we can finally just let go. Forget that deadline, fuck that schedule, crazy wife, forget it too. But what is it that we can take away from Palms, apart from a massive hangover, that we can use in our everyday lives? Let me share with you 3 quick and valuable lessons I've learned from dancing at Palms. Results may vary. Wet pussy. Okay, get your minds out of the gutter. We're not talking about fish tacos here. We're talking about the shot. Wet pussy. It's my favourite. Try it sometime. Because it might be alcohol, yes, but in life it's just more about getting into the right frame of mind. It's about saying, you know what, I'm ready to do this shit. I'm ready to see what else I'm capable of. So grab your wet pussy and step up to the plate. Wet pussy in hand, as we say goodbye to this cat. Oh, it's time to get loose. That means to take action, to actually challenge yourself and step beyond your boundaries. Do the opposite of what feels right, even though it might feel wrong. But that's the thing, don't ever be afraid to be wrong. Whether it's shaking your hips like crazy on the dance floor or putting forward an idea in a meeting that's completely whack. What's the worst that can happen if you fall flat on your face? You'll end up with an awesome story or an Ignite presentation. That's Tony Abbott, by the way. And then finally, dive deep. As you get loose, you might discover a side of you that may not surface in everyday life. It could be good, it could be bad. But what's important here is to be aware of it, to dive deep into yourself and have a quick poke around. Because remember, in our self-awareness, knowledge is power. And that means the power to enact change. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember, grab your wet pussy and step up to the plate. then get loose and actually take action, and finally dive deep to reflect. So I stand before you today and humbly ask you to be free, to let go a little in life, to run with the wolves, and dance, dance, dance at Palms. Thank you.